Hello, today I want to show you how I make my own special jollof rice. So here we go. So the first thing you want to do, of course, is to turn on the stove to a desired temperature. Pop the pan on and you want to heat that up. So what you want to do next is to add onions. What I've done here is I've added onions and some cardamom pods. What that does normally is to infuse the oil with some flavor, so when the rice finishes cooking it would have that nice aroma to it. I should have shown you where I was adding that, but of course I forgot, so please pardon me. But what I've done is added onions and cardamom pods and let that saute, and that's where we're at now. So once the onions and the cardamom pods are sauteed, I remove them from the hot oil, and now I would add the mixed pepper. So I have red bell pepper, onion, tinned plum tomatoes, habanero pepper, 2 in this case, and yes, that was blended and it was frozen, so I just popped that out of the freezer and I'm just adding that into the hot oil. So now I'm mixing, still quite frozen, but it will dissolve in the hot oil, so don't worry about that. Next thing now is to add the spices. So I've got the oregano spice, or herb rather. You don't have to add this of course is optional, but that's what I like. Now it's curry in there, and then it's thyme and ground garlic. These can be gauged, by using your eyeballs. MSG, that's optional, you don't have to use it. That's ginger powder, and mix that all together. Mix. Yes, of course you can't forget the knoor cubes. That is an absolute essential in Nigerian cooking. I've got 3 of them here, and I've got here the puree, the tomato puree, which is the holy grail. You can't do without that. That is what gives the jollof rice its orangey reddish color. So I'm going to empty the whole tin in that, which is quite small, so that's fine. It's not going to be too tangy. And there it goes, mix. And there you go. Now the cubes have been crushed and I'm just pouring those in. Yes, that is all in. And of course I'm mixing that again. Yes, nice mix. Cover it all up and let it cook. In the meantime, we'll be washing the rice. I beg your pardon. So in goes the rice. It's up to you. I don't use measuring cups. I just pour it in the bowl and see, and just gauge it by eyeball really. And so I've got that here. Some people would actually parboil the rice. I don't feel that is necessary. I rather prefer to wash it. And there I'm actually pouring a bit of the rice milk in a cup, because it's actually a very good toner. I would be using that as toner, and obviously for makeup is very good. And here I've got the sauce, just checking on it to see how it's coming along. So I'm gonna give it a good stir now. It's burning a bit, but it's okay. It's jollof rice, it actually adds to the taste. But if you can avoid the burn, then by all means that's what you should do. So give it a stir and then recover it up now. Okay, no, actually this is going to be the rice going in. Yes, I'm going to put in the rice, all the rice this time. Everything to the last grain. And of course we'll be mixing it up to incorporate the rice with the sauce, to cover it all up. I think I would need a bit more rice here. I would add that later, or whilst, in a few minutes. Okay, I think I've done that now, so I'm just mixing it all up now. Giving a good mix. You can never get wrong, but don't mix it too much, to be honest. Now I'm adding some stock that I actually made previously and was stored in the freezer. This is beef stock. So I'm just basically sieving that into the rice. It's better to use stock. If you don't have this, then you can always make chicken stock on your own, or beef stock, whichever you prefer. I prefer chicken, but this time I had beef, so hey, why not? It's fresher. And so put in some more water to allow it to cook. You have to gauge it by eye, see how much you want. You don't want to put too much water, because then you can add it as you go along. So I'm tasting it for salt now. I didn't put salt in it, but just to check if the stock cube is seasoned. I seasoned it enough. So I think that is actually fine. So now I'm putting a bit more. Now I think I need more. So I'm putting in a bit more. And that is bay leaf in there. I'm popping it. It gives it that aroma. That is what distinguishes it as. Jesus. Yes, that's good. Cover it with foil. That keeps the heat in, so you can get a good steam out of that to cook the rice properly. No heat would escape that way. And then you pop the lid on and allow it to cook. That's about it. Yes, tuck everything in nicely, neatly. And then we move to the next step. Of course, now we're going to do the special part of this whole thing. And so now I have a wok on the stove. I'm going to allow it to heat up. And then I have already my spring onion, which has been chopped. And now I'm just chopping the white onion. Now ginger, I'm going to grate that. Some ginger, that gives a nice aroma. Nice taste as well. What I'm making here, of course, is the special bit of the jollof rice. You'll see. So just wait. Now I'm grating the ginger. That's done. I'm moving on now to the clove of garlic. This is optional. You don't have to use it. I like garlic, when I'm stir frying. So this is why I'm adding garlic to it. So grate that. Great. I don't like this part, to be honest with you. Okay, so now moving on, we have the habanero pepper, otherwise known as scotch bonnet, otherwise known as rodo in Yoruba. So I'm going to slice this. You don't have to do this, I think you have enough pepper in that jollof rice anyway, but I like it hot and spicy, so I'm putting in just a bit more. I love it hot. I love chili. My grandma would say "Emitio jata emiri." I don't know how to translate that in English into English, but part of it is just a Yoruba adage or proverb. So now I have yellow bell pepper. This just to add color to it, and sometimes it does give it that distinct taste as well. And then I'm gonna dice that. There you go. Yes. And now moving to the wok. I've got an egg whisked, and I'm adding that to the hot oil. Yes, this is a bit of this is what makes it special. So I'm gonna fry the eggs, and once that is fried, I would then remove it from the hot oil and set it aside. So which is what I'm gonna be doing now. Right. So now I'm just scrambling the eggs. Yep, give it a good scramble. Okay, so now I'm taking it out of the pan, draining it out a bit, getting all the excess oil. Set that aside in a pot, in a plate. Now I'm adding the vegetables. That's the onion, garlic, ginger, and now I've got seafood in there. I've got prawns and mixed veg, and stir frying that. A bit of sweet corn would go amiss. I love sweet corn, and it gives the rice a bit of color as well. Now that's black pepper, optional, of course. You need to put a bit of salt or seasoning in that. And now we're checking on the rice. Now that's come out lovely, when you say. That's lovely jubbly. So the rice is done. You would know it's done once there's no water in it and it's all dried and it's kind of giving you that bit burnt smell. That's what adds to the aroma, like I said. You know, that's party jollof. That's how we call it. So yes, you mix that together. That's what I'm doing. So get all the sauce, you know, into the rice. Mix it all well, nicely. Y'all, now add the mixed veg. That's very colorful, isn't it? That's quite nice. So yes, we've got the mixed veg and then we've got the fried eggs all stirred in and mixed nicely. This, you do not want to smell this. It smells so good. It's a shame that there's no smellometer on this. I mean, that would fill you up actually. So there you have it, the rice, jollof rice, special jollof rice with dodo, which is fried plantain and grilled jerk chicken and a bit of my that is it. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope to see you in my next video. Take care. Bye bye.